Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Wanted to do a video on something that I've been thinking about here. And it's basically having a toolkit in your vehicle all the time. Just like the old timers, I carry tools in my vehicle. All my trucks, going all the way back to when I was a teenager and I had a little S10 truck, I had a small toolbox in that truck where I had basic tools to help me repair, fix whatever that might come up. The old timers were the same way. They had tools in their tractors and any of their transportation. They had stuff in there where they could fix things if something happened. And that is something that I really have not seen on any of the prepping channels over the years of all the videos that I've watched. So I wanted to do a video and just show my basic toolkit that I've been carrying in my trucks for a long time. And a couple things kind of made me think about this particular video topic. And the first one is me working in a hardware store for the last couple of years. I don't know how many times I have seen people pull in $100,000 pickup truck. They have a $80,000 sport boat on the back of that, and they have something that's either come loose or fell apart or whatever, and they literally do not even have a adjustable wrench in that entire rig. And to me, that's just crazy. That's just nuts. Not having any tools with you to, maintain all these, toys and stuff that people have. I have been out in a boat when a mechanical problem took place. That's a really helpless situation. If it wouldn't be for cell phones and that kind of stuff nowadays, you would have a real problem if you were stuck out on a day like today, on a windy day out on the water, and, you couldn't repair your stuff or whatever. And the other thing, when, different times when my in-laws went hunting and stuff, and we went hunting out of state, there was one time in particular that I can remember, the father-in-law's pickup truck, the starter quit. And we were out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field, getting ready to set our stuff up. And, of course, the truck didn't start. And, of course, he had some tools in there, not a lot, but he had some tools and stuff in there. So, I grabbed a hammer, crawled underneath the truck, tapped on the starter, got the starter to fire up so we could get ourselves out of that particular situation. And I have seen that with starters. I have seen that with fuel pumps. Go tap on the gas tank to get the fuel pump to kick in. Sometimes in electric motors, when they start to go, if you tap on either the housing or the fuel tank, that gives a little bit of a jar, enough for it to fire up a couple more times to get you out of those bad situations. But if you don't have any tools with you to begin with, you're dead in the water. So anyway, here I'm going to hop out of the truck here, and I'm going to show you guys what I carry in my little tool bag underneath the back seat of my pickup truck. And this tool bag has been riding with me, I'll bet you, 25 plus years. Anyway, you guys stick around. All right, guys, I got my tool bag out here. This is my ancient tool bag that I've had forever. It's just a military surplus tool bag, and these things last a really long time. I can't even tell you how much times I've beaten this thing up. And getting into some of the stuff that I carry all the time here, those tools right there are what rides in the door of my truck. My tape measure, channel locks, my Milwaukee knife, my large crescent wrench, and then I've got a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. Another thing that I have in here all the time is my jump starter here, and my jump starter, you can see there, that's got a full charge on it. I'll charge this thing up a couple times a year. But the main reason I have that is to pump up air in the tires. And then, of course, I got actual jumper cables, too. Sometimes you need jumper cables. Sometimes these things don't have enough power to jump something over. Then I have a tire plug kit here, and I have some soapy water. But then I also have just a ton of these plugs here. I've learned my lesson, patching tires over the years. Sometimes you need quite a few of them to, fix up a tire good enough to get you out of a bad situation. Then I carry just a regular, a standard 3/8 drive socket set here. And sometimes, though, you can't get into a place with a socket, so you have to have wrenches. And the more common wrenches here are the ones that I use all the time, and they ride in this side little pocket here. But I'll carry a couple of extensions in case I got to get down to reach something. I got a longer and then a medium extension. And then 10mm wrenches, got a couple of those. I've got a couple of 1/2-inch wrenches because those are very common. I use them on a bunch of different things. And then I have a socket handle here. This is a 1/4-inch drive socket handle with a 8mm socket on it. And then I also have a 8mm box end wrench. And I have 8mm sockets and wrenches here specifically for the terminals on the batteries. The side terminals on the GM, and it might be on other ones too, but on the GM are 8mm. So there's been lots of times I've had to take a battery out, take battery cables apart, so I always have that stuff there. And then a lot of it, that's why I got these extensions too, because there's that lock or kind of clamp that holds batteries in, and sometimes you have to take that out and you need extensions on your socket handles to do that. And then this here's my 1/2-inch drive socket handle, and then that impact socket there, that's the same size of the lug nuts that are on my vehicle. So then I also have a cross wrench, a 4-point wrench in here as well too, but typically this will help me out most of the time if I ever got to change a tire. I have just found that this works really good for me, so I just keep one of these in my truck all the time. And then, you know, getting into the regular tool bag here, I have a bunch of different crescent wrenches. I have small ones, big ones, whatever. And the reason I have all them is that sometimes you need 2 wrenches to get something apart. And I want to be able to, you know, kind of adjust the size of that. So the crescent wrenches always work good for me. I have all the tools that I need to plug tires. This is the little reaming tool. And then I have a couple of these guys. These are the ones where the actual plugs go in that you push into the tire. Another thing that I carry, I will carry a needle nose pliers for fine work. I got some smaller Phillips head screwdrivers in here as well, and then a vice grip. Sometimes you got to clamp on something with a vice grips and then beat it with a hammer to get it to loosen up. That's something that I've seen multiple different times already as well. And then, you know, as a general rule, I have several different wrenches of different sizes, both metric and standard, because again, sometimes you can't get in with a socket or you can't get into where you need to be. You need that flat wrench. Another thing that rides in here is a couple of these guys, one standard and one metric, in case I got any Allen head bolts that I got to work with. I also have a very large flathead screwdriver. This is more for prying than anything else. And then of course a hammer. You want a hammer. Sometimes you got to beat on a starter to get it to kick in. Sometimes you got to beat on a gas tank to get the fuel pump to work. That is something I have seen multiple times. Sometimes you just need a hammer to tap on that stuff to get the electric motors to kick in on that stuff. It's not going to fix the problem, but it's at least going to get your vehicle to start and then get you to some place where you can get something fixed. And the stuff that I use all the time, you know, that goes in the side pocket here, and then the other stuff just goes in the center, gets zipped up, and it's thrown underneath the seat. And then I go ahead and just keep all this stuff in my vehicle all the time. The only thing that I would change with this, if I'd ever get a newer vehicle, with the new Torx heads on a lot of different stuff, I would add a Torx set to this, but my old truck here doesn't have a lot of that stuff on, so I really don't need that. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got some ideas and some information out of this video here. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.